Out here in Svalbard, the world feels endless and completely silent. Inside my little outpost, warmth is a small victory against the cold. Then I saw it. Something moved outside the frosted window. I grabbed my light and gear, telling myself to stay calm. The door opened, and the Arctic wind hit like a wall. I walked the cabin line, scanning every drift for movement. That's when I found it, an Arctic fox, barely above the snow. I stayed low, slow, letting it decide I wasn't a threat. Its paw was trapped, green fishing line cutting into fur. One careful cut, and the tension finally released. I wrapped the paw gently, keeping my hand steady in the wind. It didn't fight, just trembled, exhausted and cold. I carried it back, step by step, shielding it from the storm. The moment we got inside, the wind disappeared behind the door. I made a quiet corner, blankets folded into a safe nest. I offered water, not forcing anything, just giving it a chance. I cleaned the paw slowly, watching for any sign of pain. A little salve, a fresh wrap, simple care done gently. Finally, it curled up like it could breathe again. I sat back and listened, stove crackling, storm roaring outside. The night grew louder, the wind pressing hard against the cabin. The lights flickered, reminding me how fragile safe really is. I tightened the connection, hands numb, focusing on control. The fox watched every move, eyes sharp even while it rested. I packed an emergency kit because the Arctic never gives warnings twice. We shared the same quiet, no trust promised, but no fear forced. Outside, I found massive tracks in the snow near my cabin. I reinforced the door, turning thin wood into real protection. Then I covered the windows, keeping the cabin dark and discreet. The fox stood again, testing its paw like it remembered freedom. I cleared a path, space to move, space to choose. Through a crack in the frame, the aurora breathed green light. A shadow passed far out, big enough to change my heartbeat. The fox froze, and I knew it heard danger before I did. I killed the lamp and switched to red, quiet, dim, invisible. I listened at the door, measuring the world by tiny sounds. Then the pressure faded. Whatever it was, it moved on. I checked the bandage again, careful, calm, grateful. The fox explored the cabin step by step, like testing trust. It stopped at the door and looked back at me. I loosened the bar lock just enough to offer a choice. Outside, I built a windbreak nook, simple shelter against the gusts. I lined it with a thermal blanket, dry and protected from drift. The fox arose, watching the corridor I'd cleared for it. I opened the door a crack, letting the Arctic speak first. One paw touched snow, then the fox stepped out fully. I stayed back in shadow. This wasn't mine to control. It found the windbreak, sniffed the blanket, and circled slowly. The storm eased, sky opening into a softer, colder blue. The fox walked farther, stronger, each step less fragile than the last. A pale dawn arrived, and the world finally looked breathable. I collected the leftover line, because rescue isn't complete without cleanup. I searched the area for more debris, scanning the ice and rocks. I secured storage and lids so wildlife wouldn't be tempted near camp. Inside, I logged the night. No story, just quiet facts and relief. The big tracks were farther now, fading under new snow. I installed a simple deterrent, something to discourage curiosity at my door. In the distance, the fox listened, hunting the way it was born to. It dug in quick bursts, nature's precision, no drama, just survival. I watched through the window, not to own the moment, just to witness it. The fox appeared again, far enough to stay wild, close enough to be real. I set water away from the cabin, then stepped back,
Always space first. Days later, the fox moved clean and steady, no bandage, no limp. I repaired the cabin's weak side, learning from every hard gust. I sealed a gap, blocking drafts that could turn dangerous overnight. I tightened the antenna bracket, restoring the outpost's lifeline. Then I saw it, just a silhouette outside, passing like a memory. I checked the straps again. Safe storage, safer wildlife, fewer risks. Night returned, aurora flowing like slow fire across the sky. I stepped outside and stopped. Distance is respect out here. The fox trotted away, healthy and free, disappearing into the tundra. Later, I found an old net frozen into the ice, another silent trap. I hauled it back slowly, turning danger into something contained. I tied it down, secured, so it couldn't harm anything again. Inside, I rinsed my mittens, ordinary chores after an extraordinary week. The cabin stood quiet under the sky, as if nothing had happened. Only a line of paw prints remained, small marks across a huge world. I dimmed the light and let the stove settle into embers. Far away, a fox silhouette held the horizon, wild, whole, and safe. And I stored the last bag of debris, hoping kindness could be a habit. If this story moved you, please subscribe for more quiet survival stories and share this video with someone who still believes small kindness matters.